Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry and today's video is about my 2020 bullet journal setup. If you want to see how I did my yearly setup and use the pages, just keep watching. It is now officially 2020, which means it's time for a brand new bullet journal. This year, I am using a travel notebook as my bullet journal. The main reason is that I want to separate my yearly and monthly planning from my daily journaling and have the flexibility to set up a dedicated journal for each area of my life if I want to. I will talk more about how I use my travel journal system in future videos, but as for today, let's talk about the 2020 yearly setup, shall we? For the first page, I'm setting up the theme for 2020. This year, I'm using a starry night theme. I've always loved the look and the feeling of a shimmering blue night sky and glittering stars, hoping that we are not alone in the universe. Besides the theme, I put more thoughts into my bullet journal setup this year. I want to create a system that not only can help organize my thoughts and daily life, but can also let me build new habits that work long term and help me achieve more. Moving to the next page, I have my year at a glance setup. I know that I can always check my phone or laptop for dates, but I really enjoy the process of looking up a date in a physical calendar while journaling. So I want to incorporate a yearly calendar on this page. I want to keep this page very clean and minimalist, so I decided to use calendar stamps instead of drawing the yearly calendar myself. This is my first time using a stamp on my bullet journal. The whole process is a lot of fun and, to be honest, quite addictive. I probably will start my stamp collection and utilize them more in my future bullet journal setups. Next, we are moving to creating a future log. I normally put birthdays, appointments, anniversaries, and holidays in this section so that I don't forget about these upcoming bigger events and can get ready for them beforehand. Instead of drawing the calendar for each month, which can get quite repetitive and exhausting, I print the calendars on this piece of beautiful paper that I found in an art supply store. As you can see, I am now pasting all of the calendars on the navy blue background so that the numbers can stand out. I was able to put the first 6 months of the year on the first 2 pages and the second half of the year on the second 2 pages. This way, you can see all of the big events at a glance from January to June and then from July to the end of the year. Okay, up next is my goal planning page. For this section, I want to incorporate a picture of myself. And as you can see, my little printer is doing a pretty good job here. I got this printer as a gift from my best friend a year ago and have been using it quite often ever since. My favorite thing about this printer is that you can print your photos directly on sticky backed paper, so any photo that comes out of this printer is automatically a sticker. This feature can get quite handy, especially when it comes to bullet journaling. For goal settings, I found that building a system for a goal is more important than setting the goals itself. For example, if your goal is to keep your room clean and tidy, you can achieve it easily by doing an extreme clean and declutter during a weekend. But if you're still keeping your messy habits, piles of clutter will appear in front of you again and again. With that being said, I will have my major goals listed on the left side of the page and write out what kind of habits I want to develop to achieve these goals on the right side of the page. Next, we are moving to the current self and the future self page. This is a new element in my bullet journal and by far the most enlightening section for me. I literally spent a good few hours asking myself all sorts of questions to fill up these 2 pages. It forces me to sit down and really talk to myself to examine my current situations and see what I really want myself to be in 1 or 5 years. Here are some example questions that I asked myself. They're kind of critical, but I hope that these questions can help you to know yourself better and discover what you truly want in 2020 as well. Okay, here they are. For the current self section, I would ask myself, how are you today and why? What is bothering you and can you change it? How do you want to make that change? What is the first thing you can do to start that change? It can be a small step, but you know you're starting to take control of your life, and that is an amazing feeling. For the future self section, I would ask myself, what do you want to be in 1 or 5 years, and why? What value would that newer identity bring to your life? Just write down everything that inspires you and something that you are excited to wake up to every morning. The key thing here is to be aware of your thoughts and emotions and start to take control. Next, we are going to make the 2020 in Pictures page. I am actually very excited about this section. I plan to print out one highlight moment from each month and put them on this page. For the past few years, most of my pictures are stored electronically either on my phone or my camera. While I appreciate that I can easily access my photos on my phone, I tend to forget about a lot of precious moments, as many of my photos are simply being scrolled past and lost in my phone. So this year, I'm creating this page so that I will be able to see the highlights of my whole year by the end of 2020. As I want to see the whole storyline on one spread, I'm drawing out this roadmap with 12 stops, each representing a month in 2020. We are moving on to creating the vision board. I used to make vision boards on large cardstock paper, and I like the concept quite a lot. The only thing about making large vision board is that it is not convenient to be carried around, and you wouldn't be able to see it whenever you want to. So this year, I want to experiment making a vision board on my bullet journal so that I can easily access it anywhere, anytime. In addition to these inspiring pictures, I also found a cute envelope from my stationery box and want to use it to store some of my newly found pictures and useful quotes throughout the year. The idea of using an envelope on the vision board is inspired by Amanda's New Year's bullet journal ideas video. It is such a cute idea, and I really want to try it out myself. So far, I've been loving this new element in my bullet journal. Next, we are moving on to my last spread, which is the planning page for my YouTube videos. This page is pretty self-explanatory. I want to set up this page to help myself plan out different video topics based on the theme of each month. I'm dividing each of the 2 pages into 6 sections. This way, I was able to fit all 12 months into one spread and can easily see all of my scheduled video topics throughout the whole year. Alright guys, now let's do a final walkthrough of my 2020 bullet journal setup. Here are all the spreads I created and I really like how they turned out. I hope this can provide some sort of inspiration for your own New Year setup as well. Please let me know which element you like the most down below in the comment section. I cannot wait to see how your New Year spreads turn out.